Good morning, everybody. Today is day 2 on board Radiance of the Seas. Today is a port day and we are in Grand Bahama. Now, I cannot remember if I came here back in 2005 or 2004, but anyway, it'll be excited to see what this port looks like. I am doing the excursion today. I'll share a little bit more with you on the excursion in a little bit, but I just wanted to let you know real quick about the room. Slept pretty well. I mean, the bed is what it is. It's not as hard as Jewel of the Seas. That was like sleeping on cardboard. But the room, I didn't hear much noise. Only, I think some people upstairs probably was moving something around in their cabin, but for the most part, didn't feel any rocking at all, even though I am in the forward part of the ship. So, but overall, the room was comfortable. It's nice. I slept well. No sound disturbance. I didn't hear any wind coming from the seal of the balcony here. And that was about it. So got dressed. We have to meet downstairs at 8:30 in the Aurora Theater. But now I'm gonna go ahead and walk around a little bit, see what this island looks like, because outside of my room, it does not look all that nice. I'll show you guys real quick. This is it. It looks very industrial, and it is a cloudy day out. So you can see right there, first impressions. I don't know, but let me see what's on port side, because port side clearly is going to be different. So I will take you guys along with me. Here right now in the Centrum area. I don't know if you can see it behind me. You can see where the Christmas tree is lit up, and they have all these nice chairs set up in pairs. And then over here is the bar that was really busy last night. And then right over here, let me show you. This is the band area, and this is where Santa was basically playing, and even the other musicians last night was playing. But this, you can see, is the whole Centrum, or I don't know, let's call it the Royal Promenade before it is the Royal Promenade that we know now on these other Royal Caribbean ships. But it's small, but it's nice. You know, and look at all the beautiful decorations. So if you're thinking about holiday cruises, you know, anything like that for the holidays with the family, and worried about what kind of activities they're gonna have on the cruise ship, or is the cruise going, or if you ever wondered if the cruise decorates the ship for the holidays, well, now you can see they do go all out. They do have activities. Even on my television, they've been playing Christmas music. So yeah, it's a lot of that going on. So right now I just got my coffee from Cafe Latitudes, which is their version of a, you know, Starbucks, and is included in my drink package. So we are deck 5, I gotta go up to deck number 6 so that way I can make sure I meet in the theater for the 8:30 time. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, I think I know where I'm going. I gotta pass through the casino again. So I am off the ship now. We are walking over to meet the tour operator. It seems like there is a large group of us today doing the beaches and caves excursion here in Grand Bahama. You're supposed to have actual tickets, and they were supposed to be delivered to my stateroom, but I did not have my ticket because I clearly didn't have one. So they had to write me a replacement ticket. I'll show you a footage of the little receipt of that. So, and then we sat down in our groups. At the time you get checked in, you have an opportunity to buy water and grab your towels right then and there. Then everybody sits together in the Aurora Theater, and then they escort us out and then escort everybody off to the gangway together, which is off of deck 2. Make sure you have your SeaPass card with you, and that's everyone, little kids, everyone in your party, because you will need it to get off and get back on the ship. So we are here walking around, and looks like this is what Grand Bahama looks like. So this should be interesting. About to get on a nice coach bus. Well, let me see before I say it's nice. This is it. It's like a double-decker. I don't know about the tape in the back there, but
just enter what we call the second largest port of entrance in the Bahamas. This one, it is called the Freeport Harbor. On your way in, you notice a lot of industrial, which are laid out here at this point. What really happened as the island started to develop, they had in mind to make this an industrial island, but over the years they made it possible. It can also be a part of tourist destination point as well. Again, on your arrival coming in, you might have seen a sea aisle, which were located at the mouth of the harbor. Well, that sea aisle, it is called the jetties. It also corresponds with the tanks that you will see directly in front of you. Now, again, folks, on your left is our gasoline company by the name of Focal. Now, I said that to say this. Here in the Bahamas, everything has to be imported. Once imported, the price range goes up more than double. Say for instance, a gallon of gas. Well, a gallon of gas, it will cost $7.89 a gallon, and that's U.S. gallon. So folks, if you think your prices are pretty high in the United States, well, they sure killed us over here with $7.98 a gallon, 68 feet above sea level. Now I said that to say this. Looking to your left and right of you, you notice all of the dead trees that's surrounding us. Now, in 2019, we had a devastating hurricane by the name of Dorian. Sustained wind was 185 miles an hour, and she was gusting at 225. Now to your left, are the north side of the island. To your right, are the south side of the island. We do have a mangrove swamp, which is located on the left-hand side. When the hurricane hit the island, the water comes in and rise to about 14 to 15 feet. You folks upstairs, that is no joke, you would have been sitting with water around your waist. Us downstairs, we would have been submerged like a submarine. So the water came in with that rapid speed, filling in this section of the island and traveling another 8 miles to your right. So this whole area was nothing but water. Nothing but water.
So it was a 45-minute drive to get here, and this is going to be our first beach stop.
Be careful right
All right, thank you. All right.
I gotta put
All
some
right.
white paint there so people can see.
All right. Okay, guys, so we just made it to the Lucayan National Park here. This is it here. I can already see it's a rocky terrain, so the description was correct on that.
Well, you know what? Not separating anybody, but by then you guys will join. Yeah. So again, we have two caves. The first cave that has a beautiful staircase going down. We're gonna go in, take pictures, all that good stuff. As you go in, we're gonna come back out, and as we exit that cave, we will be making a right. So it gives us all around. So that's what we're doing. And then we head to the beach, and I'll give everybody one meeting time. Is that good?
Yes.
Perfect. Again, look out for the wildlife.
So there is a restroom or a changing room here right off. It's this little hut here, where I guess there's a line, people can go ahead and change and all. But this is what it looks like. Very rocky and uneven terrain. So be mindful of what shoes you put on. So I did bring a pair of water shoes with me with grips on the bottom, because I already had a feeling that based on the description that just having sandals was not going to work, especially going into caves and things like that. But this is the area that we're walking through here.
All above head, all of the structure of this cave. Before we had cinder blocks created and making homes out of them and what's not. Just watch your steps, take your time. For you guys just joining us, this is the cave where they go into all those professional divers. We have tunnels that go
Okay,
miles out.
alrighty. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Why she sent us here? Okay.
All right,
Looks like
guys,
we
as you
have some
exit the cave,
caves
you'll be
and
making a
bats.
right. Morning.
Good
And my love,
morning.
watch your step, take your time.
Okay.
Well, and those have tunnels that go all around.
All right, watch your steps. Slippery when wet. No swimming down here, guys. All right. Ooh. Here we go. Look at this one. Wow. Quite dark. This is the whole cave here.
Hey guys, if you're interested in the shark dive, I will come and say this.
Wow. Okay. So we just left the second cave. I just took a couple of pictures and little shots of it because it gets quite crowded with so many people, and this is such a large group. Right now, they have us walking over down a trail that's going over to the beach. So just did the walkthrough through both caves, and now we're making our way back to the bus because we're supposed to go to a beach, and so we'll see. But it was interesting. It's nice. There's a lot of vegetation, obviously, as you can see. Beware of the giant spiders and the spider webs everywhere. But that's it. So off to the next stop. So we are now, I just crossed the street because apparently the beach is across the street from where we were just at. And this beach is called Gold Rock Beach. It's interesting. Let's see. We're right now walking on a pier, man-made pier that was made here. And let's show you guys. You can see behind me all these like trees and mangroves over here. And this is the bridge that we're walking over right now. It's quite interesting. So we'll see what this beach looks like. This is a nice little walk here on this deck. Oh, I see the beach ahead. Oh, this is a beautiful shot. Look at that. It's a beautiful shot. Okay, we have made it down to the beach. This is called Gold Rock Beach from what the tour operator was telling us, and you can see the rock is down there in the distance, way over there. But this is what the beach is looking like. All right. There's an attendant here on the beach, and he mentioned that they have beach chairs for rent. It's $5 for the chair and $10 for the umbrella. But if you're staying the whole day, he's saying that it will be $30. And then they also have coconuts here. So there's the coconut stand right there, and he said coconuts are $10 for a coconut, and then if you want to add alcohol to your coconut, it's an extra $5. So $15 for a coconut. For a spiked coconut drink. And here are the chairs for rent. But we are not here that long, so clearly I'm not gonna rent anything, and I have no interest in going in the water. But I'm not gonna lie, $10 for a coconut, that's pretty steep, especially recently coming from the Dominican Republic, and coconut was $2. So you come here to Grand Bahama and they're charging you $10 a coconut. Anywho, so we have to get back to the bus about 11, so this is just a quick pit stop and then on to the next.
Share. Now the island is basically made up of 8 timeshare set of units. This is one, then we have the larger one which is called Ocean Reef. Is our timeshare unit. Timeshare.
All right, so we just made it down here to the Junkanoo Beach Club Bar and Grill. It's part of a timeshare from what the bus driver was telling us, and it was about a 30-minute drive from our last stop. So it wasn't too bad. And now here is the area. I guess we are going to be here for about 2 hours or so because we have to meet back here around 1:45 so we can make it back to the ship by 2 o'clock. Office. Says the restroom is down that way. There's already a line. So this is like a sand game, bowling, but it says bocce balls. That's the beach here. I guess this is the bar and grill area for you to get something to eat.
Joining us on the beach today, y'all. If anybody celebrating a birthday, want to say happy birthday to you.
So,
If you're celebrating anniversary, happy anniversary.
here is the beach area. It looks like a net set up for volleyball. There's some tables.
Celebrating, hey. Anyone just got engaged? Okay.
And these are all the sitting areas here.
And if you're celebrating a divorce, oh, it's a no problem.
And this is the beach. I'm just walking down the beach here, the Junkanoo Bar and Grill area. I did attempt to go ahead and purchase a drink at the bar, but I was sitting there waiting for it was about 20 minutes sitting there. There's only one guy that's at the bar that's supposed to take drink orders as well as drink orders for people that are sitting at the table, and it looks like they have the ladies taking the food orders. So needless to say, the wait was long, and I still had 2 other groups that were sitting there before me that still never even got their orders. So, and then when I was sitting there watching him make drinks for people, I I just got a little turned off because at one point when, you know how you put in the garnish for the drink, like a cherry or so. So he went into the container. I'm literally sitting right there at the bar. So he went into the container and then, you know, with his bare hands, took the cherries and put them in both the drinks. No tongs were used or no gloves. And I know maybe other people do that too at different bars. You're probably right. But the fact that I saw with my own eyes, that was a turn off. And then not to mention there was another drink, so I still sat there for a minute. And then there was another drink that he was making, which was like a mojito. And he used some, I'm going to assume it was syrup because it was like a honey that he used to make the mojito. But the mints that he also used came out of some container that they have, but some of the mints were already wilting, rotting away. So you could see the black on the mint. So he goes ahead, he puts in whatever that syrup is or honey, and then with the mint crushes it, makes the mojito for the person. But even prior to him giving it to the person, you could tell he saw a couple of sediments or so that was floating to the top of the drink. So then he had to use his ladle to go ahead and remove those little specks or so before serving the client. Once I saw that, I was like, you know what, forget it. I don't need a drink that bad. I will wait till I get on the ship and then I will get my drink there. So it's been quiet. There's two ships out here, or not two ships, two buses that's out here. And one of them was like a party. I mean, literally, because you could hear the music pumping in the bus. So it's a little rowdy, but you know, everybody seemed to be having a good time. The water here is quite cold, at least cold to my standards, but there are people clearly that's in the water. Let me show you guys. But it's very beautiful. It's nice and clear out here. The weather is holding up really nice. It's like in the 80s. And there's a nice breeze. So if you, ooh, wow. So if you can tolerate the cold water, then by all means. So I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit longer. All aboard time, not all aboard time is technically 4:30, but our driver said that the ship called him and told him that he needs to be back by 2. So we all have to get back on the, we don't have much time left here at this beach.